Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be looking at stories to read in the dark. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I heard this when I was in Korea. One day a girl was walking home late night after work or something. It was dark and around midnight. She lived in an apartment where they had an elevator. She got in the elevator, and when the door was about to close, a strange man with very red hoodie entered the elevator. He apologized for scaring her and asked which floor she was heading to, without making eye contact. She told him out of fear, and the man casually pressed the button and the one below. As they were on the way, he asked her for her cell phone if he could use it, but she declined out of suspiciousness and isolated herself in the corner. After seconds of silence, the elevator arrived to the floor below the one girl was heading to, and the door opened. The guy slowly walked out of the door and turned around facing towards the elevator and the girl and just stared at her without any movement. Slowly, the door started to close, and from the gap, she could see him turning around, heading for upstairs, pulling a knife out of his pocket. I mean, we don't know his intention. Like, we don't know what he was going to do, but if I saw that, oh my god, I would faint. I would be like, what just happened? Oh, thank gosh. I mean, if he had bad intentions, thank gosh he changed his mind. Jeez. Oh, this is why I hate elevators too. I have so many reasons why I hate elevators. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just scared of elevators. I just don't like being in a small space with people in it, especially if it's just you and one other person. Like, I'm just always side-eyeing everyone, you know, like who's gonna do something bad. But thank gosh she walked away okay. Oh man. This was at night as well. Oh my gosh. Hell no. 2 days after my grandfather died, the neighborhood security guard knocks on our door on a Sunday morning. He told us an old man came to your house earlier, knocked on your door for half an hour, and finally left. When I asked him what he wanted, he told me he needed to say goodbye to someone he had never had the chance to meet. We were all stunned and had no idea who this old man was or who he was looking for. When the guard came in, he shouted, "That's the old man," pointing at a picture of my grandfather. My entire family froze for a minute. I'm not 100% sure if the guard was telling the truth, but I almost like believing that my granddad wanted to say goodbye to my newborn sister before resting in peace. Oh, that's kind of sweet, honestly. This one isn't scary. This is just sweet. Oh. On the third or fourth night of living there, my sister and I, who were sharing a room in the tiny house, were awake in our room playing video games at around 1 to 2 in the morning when someone knocks at our door. We didn't think anything of it and shouted for whoever was outside our door to come in. No answer. Another knock. We stop and stare at the door, and another knock comes. The doorknob does a full rotation and snaps back as if someone turned it and let go very quickly. I get up and open the door, expecting to see one of my other sisters or my mother, the only other people in the house. I open the door and stared into an empty hallway. I walk down the hall and peek into the other room. My two younger sisters and my mother are both fast asleep. First off, I have a question. They're playing at 1 to 2 in the morning, and they're just so okay with someone knocking on the door. Like, if that was me, I'll be so scared for my life, because I'm probably thinking it's my mom, and I'm gonna be in deep trouble if she finds out I'm up at 1 or 2 a.m. playing games. Like, seriously, I would just run to my bed and pretend I'm sleeping. But these girls were so calm. Wow. That's like the only thing I got out of the story. Honestly, whoa. What the heck? No matter how old I am, I will still be scared of my mom. I hope she knows not to open the front door of the house when someone does that. Most of us were taught this, like, don't open the door for strangers, or just don't open the door if you hear someone knock outside your door when it's at night. Or even in the morning, you know, because you never know who's gonna be outside. Unless you know that person, then that's okay. Unless they're like your dad, your mom, then yeah, open the door, don't lock the door. But if it's a stranger, just talk behind the door or something. You don't have to open the door to talk to them. Just ask them what they want. I don't know, I was just always taught this. As a kid, they'll always be like, never open the door. Even if it's a family member, don't open it. Seriously, that's what they taught me. Because you never know, okay? Some people can be suspicious, even if they're your family. That's what I was taught. I have a really good one that is actually true. It happened to me. This could have been a dream, but I testify to this day that what I saw was a ghost. So here I am, a young boy who awoke in the middle of the night. I am currently sharing a bunk bed with my brother, and I am on top bunk. I look out into my living room and notice everything is dark. However, there is a person in an evening gown dusting my fireplace mantle. The woman was slender, which threw me off guard because my mum is obese. I yelled out, "Mom." Wait, what? He knew. I mean, he saw that the woman was slender, but he was like, Mum, how'd you get so skinny? What? Okay. I yelled at Mum to the person dusting the counter, and the person turned around. It was not my mum, but some older woman. Suddenly she shrieks and her face becomes severely deformed. It was like the stuff you see in horror movies, like ridiculously scary, especially for a young kid. I blinked my eyes and she was gone. Oh, that's creepy. Imagine seeing that in real life. Like, even seeing that in a movie, I'll be already scared. But seeing that in real life? Oh, hell no. I somehow went back to bed, and the next morning I went to my living room and noticed that even though the TV was off, there was something written on the screen. It said, "Do not be afraid." The text slowly faded and no one else saw it. As a young boy, this and still is extremely terrifying to me. Whoa, what the heck happened? He was basically living in a horror movie, basically. Oh hell no. This one sentence just gives me goosebumps. She shrieks and her face becomes severely deformed. Like, oh my god. As a kid, oh my god. As a kid, I would be scarred for life. Oh, like I wouldn't be able to sleep every night, honestly. I still have fresh memories of this. When I was very young, about 3 or 4, I remember having a friend named Ali. Ali lived with me and I would play hide and seek with her in the backyard. Ali was a year older than me. Ali loved my mum but wouldn't stay long enough to meet her. My mum didn't believe I had a friend named Ali. I kept telling her, and my mum first got a very white face and told me to stop, and Ali isn't real. Well, one night, Ali told me she had to leave, so she did. Never heard from her again. Fast forward to when I was 16, and my mum told me that before I was born, I had a sister named Ali, and she had passed away due to complications. My mum tells me that it was probably all a coincidence since a divorce was going on during the time and I wanted a friend, but I still remember everything about Ali, and I refuse to believe it was all pretend. Oh my gosh, kids and their imaginary friends, or like, I don't know, are they imaginary? I don't know, is it like all in the head? Or like what? You guys tell me, have you guys had an imaginary friend? Because I've never had that. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad I didn't have an imaginary friend when I needed one, okay? Yeah. Wow. What is it then? Like, that's pretty crazy, honestly. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Ooh. I have 4 little cousins who never got to meet my grandfather. He passed before they were born. One morning, they ran downstairs for breakfast as they usually do. As my uncle was getting their food ready, one pointed to the fridge and said, "That's him." My uncle, not thinking much of it, said, "Who?" and looked over. They were pointing at a picture of my grandfather that they had never got to meet. My cousin responded, "The man that comes and talks to us at night until we fall asleep sometimes." I mean, I guess to a kid that's not scary because that's kind of nice. Like, they just think of the man as someone really nice, you know? The guy who tells the bedtime stories. I guess this happens a lot. It's always with like grandfathers or grandmothers. When I was in high school, my family had to move from Central Texas back to West Texas for my dad's job. We were under a lot of stress and other family issues at the time as well, but that's besides the point. My sister and my mum were painting the upstairs walls as we got to the house to get ready. My mum was on the wall to the far right, and there was a blank wall in the middle, and my sister was on the far left. I was downstairs packing up things into boxes. Anyway, suddenly my sister comes downstairs. She is older than me, looking scared out of her mind. She asked me to come upstairs. On the wall in between them, for no apparent reason, this writing appeared. Looking closely enough, you can see it was not written by accident, but rather by broad strokes made by a human hand. Problem is, the handprint is too big for any of us 3 to make it. The longer we stayed in the room, the more freaked out we got as we realized that nobody was playing a prank on anyone else. I still have no explanation to this day of what it means. Wait, did I know what it said? What if it says, "Get out"? Or what if it's because the ghost owns the house and they're mad that someone else is living in the house, so they're like, "Get out"? Ooh, okay, I think I'm just scaring myself. A few years ago, my brother would get a call on his cell phone around 2 to 3 a.m. every night. He would answer and it was this hellish sounding noise, like static mixed with screams. He changed his phone number after a month of this and it stopped. 2 to 3 a.m. at night? Oh hell no, I'm not answering the call. Like, especially if it's from an unknown number. Who would call you at 2 to 3 a.m.? Or maybe if your friend is like in trouble or something, then they'll call you. Maybe. Okay, that's different then. But I would still be suspicious, you know, because I don't get calls at 2 to 3 a.m. Okay, that's how single I am, alright? And I doubt they even remember my phone number. So even if they were to call from someone else's phone, they wouldn't even know my number. So I'm not picking up the call. I'm just analyzing everything, okay? Like, it's more likely it's gonna be someone that I don't know calling me than someone that I know calling me from an unknown number. Okay, moving on. Then after a week or so, it began again. The exact same noise, exact same time. Wait, they found the number? Finally, one day, he decided to backdial the call. It was an old man that had no clue what he was talking about. Still, the calls persisted. If he didn't answer, it would call a few more times. No messages were left. He decided to say screw it, ended his contract with his phone company, switched to a new one, and then got another new number. You guessed it, the screaming static calls continued after a short delay. Maybe it's the phone. By this time, he was terrified every night, unsure why this was happening. He backed out the number again and got a different person. Around this time, he lost his job and his phone. The call stopped, of course. His phone was disconnected now. So one day, my mum asked me to listen to this sweet message she got on our home phone. No! It found the home phone. It was a static screaming. We showed my brother and he was freaking out. He backed out the number again and it said the number was disconnected this time. Never heard from it again after that. Wow, okay, I guess no phones for this family. Oh my gosh, that's so creepy. What? How did I keep finding the same number? I don't know, that's creepy. This is why I don't answer phone calls, okay? This is why. My former teacher was home alone when she was a child at some point in her 70s, probably. A man knocked on her door and she opened her main door but kept her screen door closed. He said he was from the gas company and wanted to talk to her parents. She told him that they weren't home and he, without missing a beat, tried to start forcing his way into the home. Oh my gosh, this is actually a nightmare come true, like, oh my god. So now we learned that if someone asks for your parents, just tell them your parents are home and you'll ask for them soon and just close the door and lock all the doors, okay? Stay safe. Okay. When he found the screen door to be locked, he pulled out an effing box cutter and started cutting through the screen. This guy's a psycho. My teacher ran to hide in a clothes hamper in her parents' closet. Wait, she didn't close the main door? She said she sat there for about 10 minutes before the police arrived. Thank God a neighbor saw everything and called the police or she probably would be dead. Also, to put the cherry on the freaking creepy sundae, they found the intruder hiding in the attic. Wow, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Don't open the door, okay? And if they aren't going away and they're trying to break in, call the freaking police, call your mum, call everyone. Freaking just call everyone, okay? And remember to lock all your doors, alright? First, lock your main doors, lock your back door, go into your room, lock that door. That's why sometimes it's important to have a dog, because a dog scares people away, okay? People don't want to get hurt when they break in, okay? This scared me. I don't know, guys. Just stay safe, alright? Stay safe. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!